your brain will remember one bad day over 10 good ones, believe it or not. And the funny thing is that it's actually not a flaw. It used to be really, really helpful for our ancestors. And the thing I'm talking about is just the concept of negativity bias. And the reason it was such a helpful tool and mechanism is that the thing is, like, what your brain pretty much does is that it'll be like, it will come into, like, ask your senses, like, vision, vision, taste, so on and so forth, and be like, you good, vision, you good taste, are you good, everything good? And they will say, like, okay, yes, we're good. And then it'll be like, okay, nice, I won't note that down. But whenever there would be like, holy fuck, like, we're under attack, let's say like you get punched in the stomach or something, um that, like, those senses or those nerves will be like, holy fuck, what was that? And they will report back to the brain, and the brain will be like, okay, I'll note that down. Because the thing is, if over the thing is, like, the top two priorities, we have to understand that, like, the top two priorities of humans is, the first one is reproduction, and the second one is survival. And survival is only a thing to make sure that we can live long enough to reproduce. And because we want to survive, it doesn't matter if we have it, if we like, it doesn't matter if everything is good. Like, we don't record those thoughts, because, like, everything was fine. Like, we won't die if we have a good day, but we could die if we have a really bad day. And we really have to want to avoid those bad days. And what do we have to do then? We have to learn from the bad days. And the thing is, like, the brains to the people hundreds of thousands of years ago, or like the humans hundreds of years, like thousands of years ago, the people that remembered more vividly and better the bad days and learned from those mistakes, instead of remembering all the good days and not the bad days. Those were the ones that had a higher likelihood of survival. And even if it wasn't the biggest difference, which I actually think it was, it will still, over hundreds of thousands of years, in the big picture and, like, in the grand scheme of things, will still make a huge difference. Just, by just the pure number of years it has to, get tested. So yeah, that's simply it. Like, it's just a survival mechanism at the end of the day. Like, everything, like, all human psychology can just be drilled down to number one, reproduction, number two, survival. So just think about that whenever you have a thought in your brain, like, why does this person do that? Why does that person do this? Just think about those two things, those two motivators, because that's just a fact. Because if those two weren't the two highest priorities any human has, we wouldn't be here today, quite literally. And yeah, that's just what I just think. I just think it's so interesting and so important to also be aware of it, because when we are aware of stuff, it's I think, we have all these instincts and all these, like, this, like, autopilot brain, this reptile, like, yeah, primal brain or autopilot brain. The more we understand how that works, the easier it is to kind of step back from it and look at it from another point of view and not be affected by it as much. So this is just another thing that we all do, and that we all might think, like, how it can help you is just understanding that if you ever think, oh, my life is shit, it's probably not true, because the truth is probably that it's 10 times better than you think it is. because you just remember the bad stuff 10 times more than the the good stuff. um, to be honest, like, it's just way more vivid. But the funny thing here is also that when you look back on bad experiences, you just remember the good experiences, because they're kind of just in the back of your head, because like they didn't kill you, right? Like they didn't kill you, but you still remember them as an experience that you just know that you don't want to experience them again. But that's actually a pretty interesting topic that I don't really know, but I just know that way more vividly the experiences that are way worse than the ones that are bad, like the ones that are good, I mean. But I don't know why we extract the good experience, like the good moments, from the bad events. I don't know that. Maybe I'll make a video about that tomorrow or something like that. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.